Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and thank you for ending your week with us here on this Friday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. The government project to develop Phuket as an international medical hub will continue despite Thailand losing its bid for Phuket to host the World Specialized Expo 2028. Despite the setback, government spokesperson Anusha expressed gratitude on behalf of caretaker Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha for the efforts made to promote Phuket during the bidding process. Phuket Vice Governor Amnoy Pinsuan outlined the province's continued dedication to projects associated with the Expo, particularly the transformation of the planned venue in Mai Khao in the north of the island into an international health center. The initiative aims to cater to the healthcare needs of both Thai residents and foreign visitors, according to reports. The cabinet last October approved more than 5.1 billion baht to build the Andaman International Health Center on the 141 Rai site in Mai Khao, at the northern end of Phuket, which was to serve as the focal point of activities for the Phuket Expo. The bulk of that money is to be spent on construction of a brand new international hospital, so far called the Songkla Nagarin Hospital Phuket. The Treasury Department officially handed over the 141 Rai of land in Mai Khao to the Ministry of Public Health in December last year so that an international medical center can be built at the site. A further 212.5 million baht will be spent on the International Health and Science College, marked as a building renovation project. The final 141.5 million baht will be spent creating the International Wellness Center and the Digital Dental Center Songkla Nagarin, also marked as a building renovation project. Officials say the project is expected to boost the value of tourism in the Andaman area with an increase of approximately 62 billion baht a year. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. To address the shortage of medical staff across state hospitals and health centers around the country, officials announced that an agreement has been reached to open more positions for doctors and nurses. The National News Bureau of Thailand, NNT, they report that the Ministry of Public Health and the Civil Service Commission, the CSC, has come to an agreement on the various measures that will be needed to shore up the ongoing issue of personnel shortage in the state sector, while reducing the number of doctors and nurses leaving the state sector to join private hospitals for better hours and pay. Resignations at state hospitals, especially among interns, have risen in recent years, increasingly affecting the effectiveness and efficiency of public hospitals that provide public health services. This causes doctors to pick up the slack and have longer work hours, resulting in overwork for the remaining medical staff at public hospitals. According to Dr. Tawisin Visanu-Yotin, Deputy Permanent Secretary for Public Health, the plan is to create 35,000 additional positions for doctors and 140,000 new positions for nurses within the next 3 years. Medical schools will, meanwhile, increase the number of admissions for medical students each year, allowing for more graduates in the future. The ministry and the CSC also agreed that some regulations will be reviewed for specialists as part of efforts to prevent them from leaving the state sector. Officials say that the plan will create 2,000 more doctors per year in Thailand. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The long-awaited ministerial regulation to allow boutique and other small accommodation venues to legally operate as hotels is being brought into effect. The news was confirmed by the Tourism Council of Thailand president at the Royal Phuket City Hotel in Phuket Town yesterday, the opening day of the 2-day SME Restart event. The new regulation repealed previous requirements on shape, size, and construction of buildings allowed to be issued a license to operate as hotels. However, the regulation was very clear that construction materials, structural integrity, and the safety of buildings were critical requirements, along with other safety measures. However, operators must still wait for the cabinet to define the administrative and procedural requirements in order to properly bring the new regulation to effect. It must also receive approval from the Ministry of Tourism and the National Economic and Social Development Council. The amendments will expand the current definition from 4 rooms for no more than 20 people to 8 rooms for no more than 30 people. Regulations covering other accommodations such as rafts and tents will also undergo revision, so operators will also be able to apply for a license. In a statement, the Boutique Accommodation Consortium Phuket stated, quote, "This will result in the government being able to collect more taxes, and the business operators themselves, if they qualify for a license, will be able to apply for funding to expand their business and increase capital investment in the tourism industry of Thailand," and continue to welcome tourists from around the world. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. Ain't been the pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone.
Negligence charges are coming down on 3 people who were involved in a fire drill at a school in Bangkok after a fire extinguisher exploded during the fire drill, which killed 1 student and injured 10 others this morning. The Bangkok Post reports that the explosion took place at about 11:22 a.m. this morning at the Rajavinit Matayom School in Bangkok. An initial police investigation revealed that the high outdoor temperature might have caused the fire extinguisher to explode, the force of which sent the metal cylinder hurtling into the face of a grade 12 student who was sitting in a school building nearby. That student did not survive. A further 7 boys and 3 girls were injured and were sent to local hospitals for treatment. Over 120 secondary school students were taking part in a fire safety activity organized by officials from the local disaster prevention office at the time of the explosion, and a total of 15 extinguishers were being used, 6 of which had been sprayed during small group demonstrations. The one that exploded was a spare that was about 3.5 meters away from the demonstration site and had been placed outdoors where it exploded before a second round of demonstrations were set to take place. Counselors have been sent to the school to help students deal with the trauma of the incident. The Bangkok Post reports that the deceased student was covered by a school life insurance policy, and a fund to assist the family of the victims is being set up. More charges could follow, according to the Metropolitan Police Bureau. For more, visit the link in the description. A campaign has been launched to build confidence among tourists in Phuket water transport safety as the marine and disaster officials look to ramp up safety in the hopes of preventing accidents in the future. The campaign was announced at a meeting held at the Phuket Deep Sea Port on Thursday with some of the top marine, disaster, and naval officials on the island. Key issues discussed at the meeting was the establishment of an Andaman Sea Tourist Safety Command Center specifically for Phuket and the development of a response plan to help victims at sea. Other initiatives include safety checks at harbors across the island. The campaign comes less than 2 weeks before the 5th anniversary of the sinking of the Phoenix tour boat on July 5, 2018. The Phoenix capsized and sank in storm conditions southeast of Phuket, killing 47 Chinese tourists. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks so much for ending your week with us here at Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend out there. Until Monday, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.